Today we're going to talk about two key ingredients to a successful and satisfying future. If you can stretch your imagination for a moment, I want you to picture the book of 1 Peter like a giant piñata. All right? If the book of 1 Peter were a piñata and you beat it mercilessly with a stick, I think there's two things that would mostly fall out like those candies, okay? The first thing, we see it, we know it, we want it, okay? The peanut butter cups of the candy world. It would be grace, okay? It's not just a book about believers in suffering. It's a book about grace, okay? Grace to endure hard things, grace to submit to others, grace to be saved, to have a living hope. The second thing to come out of the book of 1 Peter, if you were to shake it enough, really get down to it, I think it would be submission. Submission's a little harder for some of us to swallow or to chew on, like those little candies. We're in a world where we understand, especially this past year, cultures change, economies change, health situations change, relationships change. And our experience with that change is going to be very, very different if we are living a grace-based future intentionally versus an accomplishment-based. Peter writes this first epistle to believers who need to know that obedience is possible regardless of circumstances, regardless of surprises. Big idea today. We'll look on the next slide here. Your future, your growth, your genuine success, your satisfaction, it requires grace. It requires living in it. Grace that is accepted, that is right relationship with God made only possible by Jesus. It means rewriting our identity, not in the things we do, not in how other people see us, but it means my identity is in Jesus. Means anticipating God's grace, that it's not just a past provision, but it's the means by which I can move faithfully in tomorrow. And finally, grace given, because it's not meant to just be something that is imparted. It's something that is meant to be flow back out of us even as we are changed. And grace is what makes submission possible. We need to submit because it is necessary to reflect Jesus. Remember, I said Christ suffered for sins once for all. This example. Submission is necessary because we need it to grow and to maintain our identity with Jesus. It's very ironic that we actually gain freedom and satisfaction when we choose a grace-based future with healthy submission over control of an accomplishment-based future. Psalmist says, I will submit now, and I will wait for my feelings to catch up to my obedience. I will trust in a living hope, even if or while perhaps I'm feeling dead in my emotions today. Okay. Our future growth, our genuine success, our real satisfaction, it's not going to be built on that next big thing, as cool as that is and as right as it is to achieve those and to work on those. We're meant to accept grace. We're meant to anticipate grace, and we are meant to give grace to others.